Okay. You're going to get some... Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
There you go.
You're going to get some mileage out of this one.
Okay, I like mileage. It's not here, though.
Are you ready?
Yeah. This is why I'm here. To get mileage. I don't understand, Daniel. Why would
I don't know.
Why would you think I would have anything to say about this?
I don't know. It's a mystery.
Let's
open it up. Oh, by the way, this is a gift from Magnificent Bastard Zach Whitney.
Zach Whitney, you magnificent bastard. Zach.
So, I think technically the shorthand for this whiskey should be Foo.
Okay, what's the
Fook.
originating?
Because the town is Fukuoka. Fukuoka.
That's racist.
Fukuoka.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Wow.
Fukuoka.
Okay, that's better.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's where the Fook?
Yep.
Maybe? We are so gonna get edited.
Japan.
Yeah.
What if it's just fuck?
It could be.
Well, yeah, there could be a word in Japan that's just fuck.
I don't think it is. So that is Fukuoka. Supposedly. I'm probably getting it wrong.
Fukuoka.
Anyway, this is a distillery that's pretty famous in like a little craft. They're on the south edge of Japan. So Japan has the island that does all the weird shapes, and then it comes down and does like sort of this round end to the bottom part of the island. And they're on the north side on the water of the south end of Japan. And they make a whole bunch of other things like other products.
But they made this.
But they also have now, look at the color on this. They have now also started to do whiskey. I couldn't find anything about this other than that it's 3 years old. And they call it single grain, and they use only barley.
You're saying this is 3 years old?
Yeah.
It's got to be used barrel.
Probably used oak.
Has to be used oak.
And it smells more like a, what do you call, sake.
It does.
And no, it doesn't smell like sake.
Like kind of a rice wine type of deal.
Yeah, it's not strong enough for sake. It smells like if you took a glass, put sake in it, rinsed it, and poured it out.
Which is ironic because this is going to be a higher proof than sake.
And then you, it's a rinse. It's like a sake rinse.
There's not a whiskey nose in here that you're going to be familiar with in terms of. These are whiskey profiles. It's like more like a sake rinse with a. What's the nature of that new make? Because we're not talking about barrel notes right now.
I don't know. I can't find it because all I'm getting is this meaty, almost a chip bag.
It is savory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like a savory sake.
It's an empty corn chip bag, which is really weird. It's supposedly it's all barley. The grain in this is all barley.
I think they put sake in a bottle.
They're famous for a
sake
shochu. A sesame shochu.
That's racist.
Pronouncing other countries' names is racist.
It's the meanest, most fun game.
Yeah. I want to say sorry in German. Entschuldigen bitte, that's the formal. Entschuldigen bitte. That's so racist. Yeah. I just speak in German.
Brianna and I play this game. Anybody says any kind of like nation or went to a certain type of Mexican food.
I really like Indian food.
That's racist. I'm thinking about going to Bali this summer. Super racist.
That's so racist. It's starting to disappear. The nose is starting to go away.
I know what it is. It's not changing at all.
It is though. It's going away, and something else is showing up. It gets more and more meaty and less sweet.
It was never sweet for me.
This is so weird. I don't know what to do with it.
I got to tell you though, I'm kind of respecting the label.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm feeling that.
I want to know if that's an actual barcode that you can scan.
It's probably an app. Yeah.
And another one on the bottom. They just couldn't get enough of the barcodes. Beniotomi Distillery?
Again. Whew.
So I reached out to the guy who is our connection for anything I ever want to know about Japanese whiskey. It's Brian Love.
Yeah. From he's got a blog.
Japanese Whiskey Review.
There you go.
I think Brian Love, and he started a YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
He asked, hey, if you guys don't want to do Remote, because he's not anywhere near here.
Yeah.
Like Japanese whiskey episode. Like,
Nice.
He's all in on
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
It's recent. He just started his YouTube channel, I think. And so he's looking to try to do some interesting things. But I email him every time. So anytime I ever learn anything real about Japanese whiskey and insightful, it either comes from the Dave Broom books that I've read about Japanese whiskey or from Brian Love emailing me and going, and here's this whole story.
I keep wanting to say paper, but it's not. There's something that's paper adjacent, because paper is kind of a false. No.
Yeah, it's not paper. What?
Oh, you know what it is? Those scent strips that you dip into perfume and wave it around. It's on that paper.
Oh, taste it. Yeah, it's flat white paper, like plain.
Which is supposed to be scentless.
Yeah, but it's not ever entirely scentless.
I don't know what to do with that, because it feels like there's a big hollowed out middle, and you know what? It leaves me with the feeling of, you take the aspartame,
Right.
the diet soda. If you're not used to diet drinks, that weird aftertaste of aspartame, tame, one of those. That's what's left. It feels like there's aspartame in here.
I see what you mean by that.
Yeah.
This metallic aftertaste.
Yeah. But then it's not.
It tastes so weird.
It's weird. I don't know what kind of cocktail that could be good in. I'm not really enjoying the neat pour. I like the novelty of it, but if you just ask qualitatively, do I like what's in the glass? Not really. I've had a lot better sakes, whatever.
It won't go away.
That's pretty clingy.
The Japanese whiskey review. That's his channel.
Nice.
So weird.
All right, I'll say this. There's a very, very brief moment where it's in my mouth and it's at the peak flavor.
Okay.
Okay, the way that I enjoy sake,
Right.
that right there happens at the peak flavor.
Starts to crawl in.
It's very brief, and then it fades away, and everything that ramping up to that, and then following that, it's like, not
Maybe
digging
that's what it is. Maybe it tastes like you blended sake into vodka.
That could be it.
Yeah. It's watered down, but watered down with alcohol.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
In this age 3 years, I get no indicator whatsoever this spent 3 years in a barrel, even a used barrel. I would think after 3 years, unless it's just brutally used, unless it's just every bit of flavor and barrel notes have been sucked dry out of this thing, and then
it almost
put it in.
makes me wonder if they took a 3-year-old grain whiskey and then redistilled it.
It's like the barrel didn't have anything left to give the spirit. Yeah. It's just a fibrous husk of no flavor.
You could hear the barrel sighing from this glass.
You want more? Just let me die.
Cut me up and sell me to Home Depot.
No, that's where the name of the whiskey came from. It's from the barrel. Did you?
Oh yeah, it was a bank shot, but I made it.
The barrel gets filled, and as the barrel gets filled, it's like, fuck. Buzz, speaking of learning, what made you guys, Daniel and Rex, decide what that whiskey was going to be the spirit you would nerd out about?
Yeah.
After watching an untold amount of reviews here, you both seem to have a breadth of knowledge about other spirits. Do we?
Well,
but why did you decide on whiskey? I have a vague familiarity with other spirits.
I was going to say I have a dabbling knowledge of other spirits.
Yeah. Whiskey is the most interesting. It has, in my experience, amongst the spirits, the biggest spectrum of flavors to go exploring it.
100%. There's not a single other spirit that has this breadth of in flavor impact.
Yeah. Now, if you're talking about wine, then I think wine can go toe-to-toe with whiskey. Arguably...
But
spirits is whiskey.
Yeah.
Ben Headley, we need a second camera focused on the trash can. You did just now.
Yeah.
So we can see just how bad Daniel's shots are.
Yeah.
He nailed it apparently.
Well, the last one.
I wasn't looking, but he
what he doesn't know is he's doing a 4-year-old callback.
Yeah, that's really. We did that.
We did that for a while. We had to set it up every shoot.
Yeah.
And then focus it in.
Yeah.
That was a whole thing. So your brilliant idea.
Yes.
We agree. But we've moved on.
Honestly, I'm just imagining a layer of video that I can nest the footage though.
Yeah.
I can nest the footage. I don't have to mess with double cuts.
I don't know what you just said. I'm assuming nest means like when you have the secondary camera in the bottom left corner or something.
It's a compound clip. So instead of layers,
I'm sorry. That's so German. I'm like a whole other language now.
It's just easier to edit whatever.
This is probably what you feel like when I start talking about EQ and music or like really nerdy fermentation shit.
I like the novelty. I don't actually like 95% of the experience that's in this glass.
Yeah,
There's a little burst of niceness, but then it's gone pretty quick.
Yeah.
Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight me, I fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal your liver's heart.
And if you drink,
may you drink with us.